We won't be able to talk enough about Chase Young this season. Number 2 overall. People are already projecting him to go into the Hall of Fame. We can't wait to be able to see it live in action, but we are going to literally have to wait until week 1 to be able to see exactly what havoc he can wreak. But look, so what is it you can attest part of his physique to? And does it really go back to his high school days at DeMatha? Well, we're going to bring in our Washington football team insider, Logan Campbell. Logan, tell us a little bit more on how Chase Young has stayed so fit.
Thanks, Julie. Well, ever since Chase Young met his trainer, Martin Gibson, 4 years ago at Gibson Performing Training Center in Capitol Heights, Maryland, the two had an immediate bond. Now, Gibson has a reputation of training high-profile athletes, including Saquon Barkley. But when Young first approached Gibson, he said, "I want to be the best player you have ever trained." So the goal from there on out was to mentally and physically train Young to be prepared for a college level and the professional level. Now, throughout the past 4 years, his workouts really haven't changed. He has had fast-paced circuit training and dynamic workouts, but the only thing that did change was adding more weights and more reps. Now, once COVID hit, obviously things started getting a little bit crazy. Instead of working out in the facility, Young actually started working out in Gibson's cousin's basement in Clinton, Maryland. This offseason was the most time that Young has spent with Gibson since high school. They spend 5 to 6 times a week training, multiple times a day. They also traveled back to Ohio State to train with D-line coach Larry Johnson. Now, one thing that has stayed the same throughout the whole entire craziness of COVID is Chase Young's mentality. Gibson would actually put in workouts that he didn't expect Chase Young to finish. When he would fail, he would, When he would fail, he would say, "You're not as good as everyone thinks you are." Harsh, I know. But he would actually do this to make sure Chase Young was giving maximum effort throughout his workouts. He would constantly remind him, "This is what you want. This is your dream. This isn't my dream. You need to put in the work to make it happen." Julian Santana, one thing that Gibson would say that Gibson said that really stood out to me was that Chase Young knows that he has a target on his back. He knows that people want him to fail, and this is what pushes his self-motivation and drive.
I kind of can understand that. If somebody's doubting you, you want to go out and you want to try and prove them wrong. Go ahead and underestimate me and see what you're going to get. That mentality kind of worked on me, kind of for you?
Always.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that I tell folks to this day is that coming from where I'm from, Miami, is guys that literally sit on couches, don't have a career, and would knock you for even making it if you wasn't a guy out there causing havoc week in and week out, or being one of those particular names that you hear called every weekend. So trust me, it's always in the back of your head as a player to make sure you prove those guys wrong.
Yeah, and well, look, he's obviously finishing those workouts just fine. But okay, so you're talking a lot about kind of the workouts that he's doing, Logan. Did the diet change at all over those years?
There was a span of time where he would actually eat 2 peanut butter jelly sandwiches before his workouts, but he wanted to beef up a little bit faster and kind of cheat the system a little bit, so he started eating 4 peanut butter jelly sandwiches. But when he started meeting with his trainer, Gibson said, "Slow down, go back to 2, trust the process." And over the span of 3 months, he actually gained 35 pounds, all while maintaining his speed and flexibility.